Hi everybody, welcome. I'm going to clear the energy. Spirit guides and angels, please clear any negative energy, any lower vibrations. Please protect my crown chakra and my throat chakra. Okay, so I have a channeled message. This message will not be for everyone. Okay, so I have a channel message. It says when they no longer have access to a portal, they will need you to gain access. Okay, so I asked God, what do you want me to know today? I turned to a random page in a Bible and was drawn to a verse that was calling me. I'm going to read that verse. It is Samuel 28, 7 through 25. So 1 Samuel 28, verse 7 through 25. It says, Saul then said to his attendants, "Find me a woman who is a medium, so I may go and inquire of her." "There is one in Endor," they said. So Saul disguised himself, putting on other clothes, and at night he and 2 men went to the woman. "Consult a spirit for me," he said, "and bring up for me the one that I name." But the woman said to him, "Surely you know what Saul has done. He has cut off the mediums and spiritists from the land. Why have you set a trap for my life to bring about my death?" Saul swore to her, "By the Lord, as surely as the Lord lives, you will not be punished for this." When the woman asked, "Whom shall I bring up for you?" "Bring up Samuel," he said. When the woman saw Samuel, she cried at the top of her voice and said to Saul, "Why have you deceived me? You are Saul." Okay, because Saul, remember, he disguised himself as an unknown man. Okay, but when she started to tap into her abilities, she could see. Okay, so you may be someone here who could see people who may hide. Okay, so you may be like a very spiritual person. You understand energy. Your third eye is activated. You see through the veil. Okay, you see past the bullshit. Okay, so I'm going to finish reading. It says, "Why have you deceived me? You are Saul." The king said to her, "Don't be afraid. What do you see?" The woman said, "I see a ghostly figure coming up out of the earth." "What does he look like?" he asked. "An old man wearing a robe is coming up," she said. Then Saul knew it was Samuel, and he bowed down and prostrated himself. With his face to the ground. Samuel said to Saul, Why have you disturbed me by bringing me up?" "I am in great distress," Saul said. "The Philistines are fighting against me, and God has departed from me, and he no longer answers me, either by prophets or by dreams. So I have called on you to tell me what to do." Samuel said, Why do you consult me now that the Lord has departed from you and become your enemy? The Lord has done what he predicted through me. The Lord has torn the kingdom out of your hands and given it to one of your neighbors, to David, because you did not obey the Lord or carry out his fierce wrath against the Amalekites. The Lord has done this to you today. The Lord will deliver both Israel and you into the hands of the Philistines, and tomorrow you and your sons will be with me, meaning they will be crossed over. The Lord will also give the army of Israel into the hands of the Philistines. Immediately Saul fell full length on the ground, filled with fear because of Samuel's words. His strength was gone, for he had eaten nothing all day and all night. When the woman came to Saul and saw that he was greatly shaken, she said, "Look, your servant has obeyed you. I took my life in my hands and did what you told me to do. Now please listen to your servant and let me give you some food so you may eat and have the strength to go on your way." Okay, so I'm going to finish the channel message from here. It says, this chapter talks about how Saul went to seek a medium so that he may inquire something, but it wasn't until after Saul banned mediums that he needed her help. Because his communication was cut off from God, he couldn't get messages from the prophets or by dreams. So because Saul banned all the mediums from the land of Israel, like it says in 1 Samuel 28:3, we'll go to that verse later, he needed to disguise himself in order to receive help. Okay, so let's read, what does it say in 1 Samuel 28:3? It says, now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had mourned for him and buried him in his own town of Ramah. Saul had expelled the mediums and spiritists from the land. Okay, so that is what it says in 1 Samuel 28:3. Okay, it says, so Saul disguised himself as an unknown man to get answers from the medium. The medium disguised Saul that Saul had banned mediums and it will be bad if she did. But Saul reassured her. The woman pulls up Samuel like disguised, Saul says, and asks the woman. And the woman found out Saul deceived her. Okay, Samuel rose up and replied, why do you consult me now that the Lord has departed from you and become your enemy? The Lord has done what he predicted through me. The Lord has stripped you of the kingdom and given it to one of your neighbors. Saul was fearful by Samuel's final words. Okay, so it's like Saul banned these people, banned the witches and the mediums, the psychics, anybody spiritual, he banned. Okay, and as soon as he lost something that he loved, something that was dear to his heart, and he didn't understand why, he went back to the same people that he banned. Okay, he needed the same people that he talked down upon. Okay, so you may be dealing with a situation like this. Okay, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm already knowing that this message is not going to resonate with everybody. Okay, so I'm going to read Samuel 28:21. Okay, Samuel 28:21 says, when the woman came to Saul and saw that he was greatly shaken, she said, look, your servant has obeyed you. I took my life in my hands and did what you told me to do. Now please listen to your servant. She's saying, so please listen to me and let me give you some food so you may eat and have the strength to go on your way. Okay, so I wrote, in this verse, it is very important to me because even though Saul banned the mediums and spiritists, she still showed him compassion despite being tortured by the fact that Saul banned them, causing to be hated by many. Okay, so you may be dealing with people, a group of people, a person that you may have talked to. Somebody could have told someone that maybe something was going to happen, and they didn't listen, and it happened, or something like that. Okay, and so now that it happened, they want to maybe come and run back to, get advice from you, or I'm just picking up really two-faced energy. It's like somebody was talking shit, now they want to come back and ask the same person that they cursed for help. Okay, and this verse is important to me because even though that he did that to the mediums and the spiritists, spirit guides and angels, please protect my throat chakra, she still had compassion for them. She still had compassion in the heart to still want to help these people. And I feel like people don't understand that God chose you for a reason, because you have compassion, because you have a good heart, because you understand. Okay, and I feel like that's what these people don't understand. They're like, why her, why him, why do they get to be put in this position? That's not true. You're not who you say you are. And it's like something happened, and now everyone sees that you are who you say you are. Okay? So, I mean, that is the message. Okay? That is the message. He says, Samuel rose up and replied, "Why do you consult me now that the Lord has departed from you and become your enemy?" So I feel like, I don't know if I'm talking to someone, but why? Why do you wait till the last minute to take advice? Why do you wait till the last minute to take heed to the messages? Why aren't you listening to what God is telling you to do? Let me see. It says, he says, the Lord has done what he predicted through me. The Lord has stripped you of the kingdom and given it to one of your neighbors. So since Saul didn't listen to the message, to what was being said, his gifts were taken, his kingdom was taken, his land was taken. He had no authority. Okay? Spirit is telling me that somebody here could have been was playing with your spiritual authority. Somebody was trying to, I'm hearing, test your gangster. Somebody here was like really testing you. Okay? This could be somebody in your community. This could be your family. Anybody here, you may be a shoulder to cry on for somebody. You could have just give good advice, okay? And these people, they didn't take heed to the message. They didn't listen to the advice that you were trying to give, and now it's ending up in a loss, okay? And remember, this channel message is called, when they no longer have access to a portal, they will need you to gain access. But the most important thing is, if you are a high priestess, if you are a psychic medium, whatever you want to call yourself, okay, it is so good to always have compassion, okay? Because even though they tore the spiritist name apart back then, she still did what he said and had compassion, gave him food so that he could have strength. She still fed the poor. He was stripped. She still fed the poor. Not calling anybody poor, but you know, she still gave him what he needed to strengthen himself so that he could go on. Okay, so people may try to call you evil, talk down on your name. But it's like you still have compassion for these people. Okay, so that is the